Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Um, this will be like only my second live and the first one I've done on the phone. So, I'm not got a whole lot of experience at this, but I am definitely ready to give a shot. I'm here to do a Divine Feminine read, and on my the reads of the Creator's view and a Divine Masculine view. And here we are to do the view for the Divine Feminine. And she has got the Page of Cups, which is a beautiful, youthful, loving, childlike spirit of innocence and purity, happy to be alive, grateful for all the beautiful things that have been happening in her life, and just kind of like, she's finding many things that's bringing her emotional satisfaction. Not necessarily love from a romance, maybe just hobbies. Because you see, she's pretty much single here, or he is pretty much single, and very grounded. We see by the boots, the red in the boots. So, Divine Feminine, collective Divine Feminine, you are very grounded and youthful and playful, and just kind of enjoying your life and yourself, which is such a beautiful thing. And I'm looking for cards here to pull for us, which I should have done had this all set up, but I didn't expect it to go there all this fast. Where are we going here? Let's take an animal card. Want to? I'm kind of looking to see if anybody's here, and I don't see anybody here, and that's okay. It's the first time. Well, my second time. First time was on the phone, and I just got this computer yesterday, a laptop as a Christmas present. So we're going to start. This energy is just gorgeous and happy and go lucky. And I hope you guys are feeling that out there too, right? I hope you're feeling it out there too. Ah, I know what we're going to do. We're going to go with the Chrysalis Healing. Yeah. Maybe use a couple chakra cards. Yeah, here we go. So I hope all you guys are doing awesome and feeling good, and that life is treating you well. And I'm sure you can kind of feel a little nervous here, but kind of excited too, because now I can start doing some live healing shows. We can start working together more intimately, and talking and doing some readings for you guys to show up and asking questions, and just going on about it as we will. And I'm going to look over here every once in a while to see if anybody's here. Oh, there's Passion. I love you. Hello, Passion. Hello. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what's going on here. So, not only are you in a childlike spirit, but you're also working towards looking and eyeballing those things that you no longer want to be part of your life. The dreary, drabby things that have weighed you down before, we are now washing those away with the love of the Creator, the unconditional love we have for ourselves, the fearlessness that we face, and we understand that we are our best friend and our best love. Yes, washing all that away, the dull, mixed colors that don't shine so bright, right? We're looking for the bright colors, the shiny pinks and the bright oranges and the bright purples and the glow, the glow. Eight of Wands. And that's a true message. We want to look like the flowers and feel alive and bright and beautiful. And we do that by accepting this energy for what it is and being happy in it, no matter what our age is, no matter who we are, no matter where we've been, because we have learned unconditional love for ourselves. And when you love yourself unconditionally, that's the best compliment that you can give to God, because we are created in the image of God. And when we love that image unconditionally as a creation of God, then we love our Creator unconditionally too. Our Creator does not expect us to be like the Creator, because our Creator wants us to be individuals, but we all hold that same beautiful creatrix inside of us, life-giving, nurturing, loving. And when we can give that to ourselves in abundance, then we have an excess that overflows to others. And it's such a beautiful thing to love yourself. I never thought I could say that. And I've only learned this in the last couple of years, after being broken to pieces and thought my world was over. And God's like, you can do better in this. What you're missing from, you think, from everybody else is really what you need to give to yourself. And so I was like, I'll try to love myself. Okay, I will. And as I began, it was really, really hard. But I've noticed over the last 6 months, I've learned to appreciate myself, my life, the gifts that God has given me to not only love myself. Now I can abundantly love others. And because I love myself so much, that I've learned to love myself like I love God. It's one of the commandments. I've learned that stuff just rolls off my back now. Like, things don't bother me anymore like they used to. I've found this peace and calm in knowing that if nothing else, I got my back. I'm going to hold my own fort down. And that's what happens when you learn to love yourself. I didn't love myself because I was sexy. I didn't love myself because I was beautiful. I didn't love myself for anything that was superficial. I loved myself because I knew I had a good heart, that I wanted to see people win. And I learned to love myself because I was strong and willing to stand up and fight for the underdog. So that to me was really kind of a valuable thing, because you don't see that in most people. And so I began to pull myself apart and look in there, and I found out that I had some great characteristics that I should be proud of. And that, I wanted to share this because I knew a lot of people aren't taught that we need to learn to love ourselves first. And then when we learn how to love us, then we know how to help other people to love us. We know what we want. We know what we don't want, right? We know the difference between what love is and what love is not. And that's what happens when you learn to love yourself, Divine Feminine. And this right here is self-love. Joyful self-love, playful self-love, enjoying your time that you have with yourself, just no matter what you're doing, and putting your whole heart into it. Loving your whole self, your light and your dark. You could say you're divine feminine, you're divine masculine. But when you look in the mirror, you're loving yourself, not because you're beautiful and sexy, because that grows old and it won't last forever. We love ourselves because we have pure hearts. We love ourselves because we can make magic happen just through our hope and faith. We love ourselves because God has pulled us all up out of this muck, and he wants us to see how valuable the mother is, the divine feminine, in keeping balance in this world, because we know how to give life and how to nurture life so much more prominently. I hate to say it, but I'm going to, than a man. I'm not talking about a divine masculine, because he's abundant. He's going to give. He's going to be a good father. He loves himself. He finds himself worthy to share himself with others. And a divine masculine and a regular man are not one and the same. A divine masculine is continuously working on upgrading his evolution, but a regular man doesn't want to. He's stubborn, belligerent, and there's probably divine feminines out there like that too. I mean females, but I haven't met none. Okay, most females who've had children have already been conditioned to accept, a lot of shit, right? We we are conditioned to accept a lot. We give birth to children, we change them, keep them clean, we feed them, we clean up messes. So, we know what it's like to do stuff you don't really want to do, even for love. And it gives us a larger, broader perspective. I can't see everybody. I can't hardly see. I love you, darling. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're beautiful. I've been to your channel. You're beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. I found out that, there are people out there that really need to hear you and to hear me too. We might seem insignificant sometimes in our own mind. That's why it's so important for us to love ourselves, because God's got something planted in us that he wants us to bring out, that's going to help others. And, you feel it in there. It might not get real confidence in you or in me, but we still know what's in there. And we feel the call. We feel the call. Yeah. Yeah, I love talking to you guys. I love sharing uh, the messages with you guys. And, it's been over a year, almost and a half now. And I started at zero and stayed at zero so long. But God just kept telling me, you don't have anything else to do anyway. And it was so true. So I'm so glad I stayed with it. I'm so happy that I turned that habit into like something that I ended up wanting to do every day, to pass the time and to share myself with others. And I'm just so glad I did not give up. And it's the highlight of my day to come and read and talk to the people, talk to whoever would want to hear me. Okay. Whoever would want to hear me. You got good foundations, divine feminine. Good count foundations. We got a 4 of coins here, and they're protected. It's in the circles, the protective circles, the cycles and circles of life, right? And how we learn as we grow up those cycles and go up and get closer to God. Learn so much from, God to me is creator. God to me is a source that is so powerful that it doesn't need my energy. He actually told me he wanted me to build my energy and use it for while I was experiencing life on this planet, that he was for energizing me. He already knows how great he is or she is, And man, was I like shocked to understand this concept, but it really made so much sense to me. People have been on their knees too long, pleading and begging for God to do this or that, when really God wants us to stand on our feet and us work together in healing and growing strong and moving forward. You know, yeah, Jesus never said he was going to save us. He told us that the kingdom of heaven was inside of us. He was telling us to look within, that we are children of God. We are the image of God. He never once said, I can save you. Never once that I could remember ever reading. And he never once gave himself as a denomination or said this or said that. And, truth be told, I don't even believe that, he was a white man being over there and in that part of the area. A lot of people would be really angry to hear me say that, but you got to go with the geographics. You got to go back into history. You got to go back to that place and where it was and what it was in that time and age. And, you also got to remember a white king wrote the Bible. King, I can't remember what his name was, and it was written for the rich. It wasn't, most poor people, servants and stuff, couldn't read. They didn't get no education. So we don't really know the whole story, do we? We just know what they wanted us to believe. And you should always be open-minded and ready for word from God, because it definitely could be, it could be the truth, and it could be things you don't expect. Completely different from what we're told. Hierophant. Spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom, spiritual, in some cases, authority, knowing, knowing. The best knowing you can have is of yourself, right? If we know ourselves, then when you know yourself, you just about understand the human nature in everyone, because we're all a lot alike. None of us has not made mistakes. None of us has been completely horrible. We've all been this mixture of trying to learn to find the right way to do the right thing. We have, our parents and grandparents that come before us, and if they weren't upright and perfect people, then 9 times out of 10, you probably went down a hard road. You went down a hard road. And I know this because, like I say from the beginning, my parents were not educated, and they didn't think of education as being important. It was important to get the harvest in. It was important to make sure we were taking care of everybody's farms, making sure of this and making sure of everybody was taken care of. But it was hardly ever that we were being taken care of. So, like, I come from old school, old hillbillies, back in the day. And so I am, like, probably way, from the way most people were raised. I was raised a little bit backwards, just a little bit, and saw things in a whole different way than a lot of people did. Even my own family. They didn't understand me either. And I didn't understand them. Okay, well, guys, this was kind of like a test run. Little nervous here. I can't see the I love you passion. If you're still here, I love you. I want you to have a wonderful day, and thanks for showing up and hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm just a little bit nervous here, but it's going to make me feel better after I get this done and I've got it digested and and get ready to try and do another one. It took me an hour to get even set up. I don't even know anything about a computer. And like I said, the Wheel of Fortune, um, learning all this new stuff, is just, it's crazy, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm going to continue to do it. So, Divine Feminine, you have the Wheel of Fortune. We're on the right side of the wheel. We are moving forward. We are growing up in this world. We're becoming faithful, hopeful, loving souls, mothers of this planet. And we know that the future is in our hands, and we're going to change it. We're going to change this world. We're going to turn it into a better place for the children of the future. We're going to go back to our indigenous ways. We're going to make sure we got 7 generations of food and housing and love stored up for those who are coming, just like they did in the indigenous tribes all around the world. We never used everything up and left the children in the future without. And it is our duty and responsibility. And I got a kick, and God always kicks me when I say something right. It's our duty and responsibility to make sure of these things. And I don't think the people who are leading our world into the future are doing that right now. And that's why we're here, kind of undercover, learning a lot about things. And we're going to start rising up, and we're going to take over. There's more of us women than there are men. If we all got on the same boat, their voting wouldn't even matter, because we would vote them right out of town if it had to be a vote. Okay? And we know as mothers and carers and nurturers that things aren't right on this planet, and not every child has got a future promised to it, and that's not fair. Just like birds are born to a nest, and a bear gets born in a cave, and a fox gets to be born in a hole, there's a lot of children that have to be aborted just because they ain't got a place to go. Oh, sure, we could give them up for adoption, but is that fair? Really, is that fair? For a mother to have to worry what her child is going to go through for the rest of its life because she couldn't afford to take care of it, and who was she giving it to? That's not fair. It's not fair. Every child should be born to a home. Every mother should have a place to take her child if she's going to give birth. Every child should have all the nutritious food that it needs and eats. Every child should have the best education, the education that comes with being, that money can't buy. They need that education that those people get that's up there on the 1% hill. We need our children to have that same education. But what we really need is for them to come off their high horse and to realize that this planet belongs to all of us, and every resource was given freely. The water was given freely. Mother Earth gave the water freely. She gave trees freely. She gave fruit trees. She gave animals on the hoof and chickens, and all that was free for our taking, until somebody, I want to say more clever and sneaky, was capable of putting fences around it and convincing the people, the natives, that it was theirs. And from there, they owned it, and we began working for them. But it was at the beginning in the garden. It belonged to all of us, and we were allowed to share in the whole works of it. And it will be that way again, except in a much better way. 10 of spades, 10 of coins, because once we realize that everything and everybody should be entitled to everything, we'll all still work. We'll all still work our jobs at 4 hours a day or however, and it should be cut back to 4 hours a day, so families have time to spend together and plan, experiences that they can enjoy together. They don't have to work so hard and still receive everything. It'd be like a wonderland. You've done paid your ticket. You were born here. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but that is the way I see the Garden of Eden. There'll still be farmers. We'll still work the farm. We'll never give up the farm. There'll be people working in the shopping centers so that they can watch over things and keep everything fresh. And we'll spend our 4 hours a day, but we'll give it to the Mother Earth. It'll be for the planet. We'll work for each other, not not the bigwigs, not the power hungry people who want to keep their thumb on top of us, hog up all the resources, and make us wonder day to day, can we pay the bills? Can we feed the kids? Can our kids go to college? Can we afford the best medical? Right? Right. To have us set up in classes, class A, class B, class C is bullshit because we're all human. That's bull crap, because we are all human beings born to this planet, deserving of the resources. You don't bring people to this planet and starve them and make them homeless and keep them there. I mean, that's just not with what we know. I mean, look, we're so far advanced. We're not cave people anymore. And I bet even cave people took in strangers that come walking along, you know? I mean, for God's sakes, stop leaving the people out in the streets to die. And that's where we're changing the wheel of fortune. This is where we want to go. We want to go, divine feminines. We want to change the world to let there be more fairness. Not everybody has got the drive to be a big corporate world leader. A lot of people just like taking care of their families, and they should be allowed to take care of their families, and they should have the things they need to take care of them. Kick. Okay? You should not be without nothing. This planet is a place where our soul comes to live a human experience, and we gain knowledge that we take with us when we pass from this world. You see it, it's the last thing you see that goes before your eyes. It just goes right before your eyes and then it leaves. That's what you take with you, is your experiences. And that's what you study and look at until your next trip back to this planet again. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I've seen many lifetimes. I have been here for many lifetimes, and I have seen many of them. God has showed them to me in visions, uh, you know, and yeah, so I know I've understood these things. The Fool. Yeah, it's a journey. This journey on this planet, we come here very much like the Fool, but we learn and we grow. And some of them, have taken lifetime after lifetime after lifetime and stored up power and resources and such like that. When they first come here as aliens, we were like little children. Kick. It was easy for them to take over the world and turn us into their, I want to say, slaves, and they harvest our energy. We work for them. They pay us barely enough to live, and they harvest the rest. I mean, it's food for thought. Queen of Wands, playing with fire. I'm just bringing the message to you that God gave to me. Oh, the devil, passionate. I'm very passionate about getting this message out to the people, to let you all know that there are no classes. We're all just one class. It's called humanity. We're brothers and sisters, all from all around the world. At this point in time, most of us is mixed with a little bit of everything, Kick. We're all a little bit of everything. There ain't no one white or just black or anything like that. We've got all kinds of breeds mixed into us now. We're all family. And that's a beautiful thing to me. It really is. 10 of Wands. We're at the end of this last 2,000 years of the patriarchy. Yeah. Down, down, down with the power hungry, with those who want to control and rule put people in prison for hardly nothing, keep us broke and working hard so we can't think and reflect on our lives. It's not fair. And God don't think it's fair either. And God has put me on this mission because, the way I see it, this planet belongs to all of us. And God says it always did. It always did. Okay, one more card. What would you have to say, Creator? What would you say to us as we close this session? I want to thank all you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. I didn't have no idea. But I'm going to do more lives. I like doing it live. And I'm going to get my phone fixed up synced so I can see what everybody's saying. Oh, and those feet. Hello. Love your soul, baby. Love your soul. One more card. You guys make me feel so good. I'm so happy to see y'all. I love y'all. God bless y'all. The High Priestess. That's what we are, ain't it? We know we are. We know we feel. We know we get the messages from Mother Earth. We get our messages from the Father of Righteousness. We get our messages from the Creator of Source. Our ancestors are always with us. They love us so much. And the whole world is waking up now. We're waking. We're getting awake, and we're waking up more and more every day. And, I just know that the future will be okay because we're going to take care of it because we're mothers, and that's what we do. That's what mothers do, right? We take care of it, and we make sure it's fixed and well for everybody. That's what mothers do. We just do that. And Mother Earth is with us every step of the way. Gaia, yeah, she's right here with us, and she loves us, and she loves you, and she wants you guys to know that, okay? She loves you very much. We are her children, and we are here with her to change the world. And listen, she's a badass bitch. She a cave woman. She runs around in skins. I for the longest time I was wondering, is that Eve? Because it was said that God gave them skins. And she literally runs around in like a cave woman outfit, barefooted with her hair flying in the wind. And, and that's how I saw her and perceived her, like a wild woman. And, everybody wants to be a wild woman, right? We all want to be wild. Well, we all got that wild in us, and we know we do. We know we do. That wild is in us. Keep your wild woman. Never let her go. That's like your inner child. You hold on to your inner child, and you hold on to your wild woman, and you refine it. And you never want to give up either one of those. You never want to give up your inner child, and you never want to give up your wild woman. And you want to make sure you heal your heart and know that you're the most important thing in your life. You will be your happiness. You will be your joy. You are the one of value. And from you comes the cup of the Holy Grail. From you sprouts that loving waters. And you know it. You know it from your heart, from your love, from your soul. It runs out into your family, to your children, to your loved ones, to your parents, to your grandparents. So you see how important you are, because you are the love and the life of your family. And without you, there is no love and no life. Without you, your family don't have. So take care of you. Make sure you're happy. Make sure, you check your heart and heal your heart, because there's joy in there. Yeah. And connect yourself and ground deep. Put your feet to that floor and see those lines coming out of your feet like roots, and connect your energy. Those lines will be your energy. pushing your energy into Mother Earth, and she will push her energy back to you. And you'll stand strong every time. Every time. Okay. You're a star. You're a star player. You know you are. You know you are. I know you are. You know you are. You know we are. And we're going to play this game. And we're going to score. Because we know what this planet needs. It needs more love. It needs more peace. It needs more joy. And it needs that damn yoke broke off our neck of them always demanding more and more and more and more and more from us. And that's not fair. It's our world too, and we're supposed to be here to enjoy it, not just set them up so they can enjoy it. And you know who I'm talking about. Now I'm looking around because I don't know how to get out of here. I'm looking because I don't know how to turn it off, I don't think. Are you guys still out there? I see y'all. Hey, thanks for agreeing with me, Psychic Medium. And those feet and passion. Thank you guys for showing up today. I appreciate it. I can't see a thing, right? I need to get my glasses. I see you. I see you. I see you. I'm so happy that you guys showed up and spent this time with me. I appreciate y'all. Mwah. God bless. God bless you guys. I don't know what to say after this other than I will be back. I'm coming back on tonight at 6. If you guys want to show up, I'd love to see you. I just wanted to come on here and get my jitters over, and get through it and see if I could do it. And I did. So there you go. You just got to be courageous and jump right in there and do it, even if you're not sure if you can or not. And that's just the way we got to learn life. That's how we do it. We just jump in the fire, right? And dance right through it. Jump in the fire, dance right through it. Jump in the fire, dance right through it. I don't know any new songs, so I hardly ever listen to anything but harmonics and frequencies, so I have to make up my own. I love you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And I want y'all to learn to love yourselves as I do. I feel like I have the Mother Earth heart in me. Everywhere I go, I love. I just love, love, love. It was all just God put it in me to just love. And I'm just going to love as much as I can. And I want y'all to learn to love yourselves, because when you put yourself first and love yourself, your life is going to go from there. You're going to have a fantastic life because you will never allow anybody to mistreat you again. You will give yourself the respect you deserve. You will be your own best friend, and you will never be betrayed. Right? Right. We always watch our own back, and that's what you have to do. And there's nothing to matter with that. There's nothing to matter with it, especially if you're a chosen one or a called one, or God has a mission for you. You have to protect yourself to get you ready for that mission. And I'm knowing that in this day and age, many are feeling like there's something I need to do. I need to do something. I don't know what, but I just wish I could do something. The first thing you want to do is learn to love yourself and empower yourself through your love, and know that God loves you and that your ancestors love you, and that you are here to break the curses, to break the chains that was put on our families, holding us back. Yes, 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 we are. We're here to bring this world into a new stage. It is a new day. It is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It is where you can master your energy. It's the age where we know where to send our energy, where to save our energy, how to use our energy. And we know that other people has been using us for our energy to make them rich. While in the meanwhile, we've been working our asses off just to survive. And if they can't come up with a title to tell us and show us when they got that land and who sold it to them, and they can't, because you can't sell land. My phone just dinged. That's confirmation. You can't. It belongs to God. This land, you can't, because we die. How can you buy something that you're not going to keep forever? You can't keep handing it down to your family and your family's family and your family's family. And they build up and build up and build up and build up until they got more than they need. And at the same time, on the other side of the spectrum are people who don't have what they need. That is very unbalanced. People dying because they can't get the doctors. People dying because they can't get their medicine. People dying from stupidity because they haven't gotten a damn decent education. People dying from addiction to drugs. All these things need to be taught about life and its pitfalls while they're young. But they don't teach nothing like that in schools. They don't even teach about sex education. They don't teach about hormones, and they don't teach you about yourself. They teach you in school how to make them profit. School isn't about how to live life in a beautiful way. School's about, let me teach you how to make me more money. Tick. That's so bullshit. Yeah. I never did like the system. I was always a farm worker. I always freelanced and worked for cash. I didn't have an education. And my parents didn't have an education. They were harvesters. They were peasants. They worked for other people's farms. And that's what I did till I was 30 years old. And then I was like, man, I'm out of here. And I moved to the city. And boy, was that ever a shock after 30 years of living in a one stoplight town. That took a lot of adapting. Yeah, I got scared. I was frightened. But I finally worked my way through it. It took me years though, but I never did regret leaving the farm. I never did regret it because I needed that experience to grow, you know, get out there. And then I ended up walking halfway across America, hitchhiking and walking and camping and learning this and that, learning that most of the people who are poor and on the streets don't even know why they're there. I mean, yeah, they're drug addicts and stuff like that, but they never got no help. Most of them come from drug addicts. The apple don't fall far from the tree. And I learned, I had mercy and compassion on them. I felt bad for these people. It's a horrible place to be. But God wanted me to see all levels of life. And I can understand that because that way I can speak on behalf of all levels of life and have compassion for them all. And I did. I had compassion. And it was really sad. Some of them dying right on the damn corner. Yeah, and we don't want that. People deserve better than that. We didn't come here for that. We didn't come here for that. We come here to live a good life, to enjoy having a human body, to enjoy human emotions. And it looks like we may have to stand up and debate this argument with the courts. I mean, we need to be able to prove that as we are a part of human nature and we are a part of nature, that we deserve a nest just like the damn bird does. And I figure eventually we're going to take this to court because I'm hearing more and more and more people speaking out on it. More and more people are understanding, as the indigenous people understood, that this land belongs to all of us and we're supposed to work together as a family, taking care of one another and quit trying to kill each other off and take everything that belongs to someone else. And that sounds very godlike to me. That sounds like wisdom. Okay, guys. Like I said, I don't even know how to turn this off. Greetings, Tammy. Hello. Love you. Love you. Love you guys. I'm going to see if I can shut down now. And, oh, in stream. I see it right there. Okay, guys. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you later this evening. Bye bye.